So we recently just made a video on the Jackery FridgeGuard, putting it head to head with the Bluetti FridgePower because they are the only power stations that are these name brands in this fridge power backup space. And in this video, the Bluetti just had the edge the whole time. The Jackery is, while it is slimmer, it looks cooler, and it is cheaper, the Bluetti, on the other hand, just is a better power station. It has more plugs, more output, better input for solar, yada, yada, yada. But the thing that really put the nail in the coffin for Jackery was the idle. You can't really idle this power station. So you couldn't use it for a UPS on a sump pump, or if your fridge didn't take any power for a long period of time, then this would die, not turn back on, and you'd be kind of screwed. So this morning, Jackery sent us an email talking about the idle consumption, and they were basically like, hey, we watched your video and we noticed that during the real world testing of the FridgeGuard, the unit automatically shut down even when a refrigerator was connected to it. Our tech team has pushed out an over-the-air update for this feature via the app. Could you please update the app and upgrade the firmware? After the over-the-air update, you'll be able to set it to never shut down. So Dylan has already updated the FridgeGuard, and this should be a game changer for the FridgeGuard, because it was honestly one of our biggest drawbacks of the power station. But now that you're going to be able to just run it without it sensing a load, this should be really good if it works. So you can see right here, I have the Jackery FridgeGuard ready for an idle test, and I just wanted to show you the Jackery app. So as you can see here, I am on the FridgeGuard, and when I go over to settings, I'm going to click on firmware upgrade. This is how you would upgrade your firmware if it didn't already have a version. We are already updated to the latest version of the firmware. So we're going to back out here and we're going to go to low power auto shutdown. That is the new thing they added. So now we have never, 24 hours, 12 hours, 8 hours, 2 hours, and 1 hour. We're going to leave it on never and run a 24-hour idle test. In our latest video on this thing, it basically only idled for 4 hours and then it would shut off if it didn't sense a load. So hopefully when we come back to the lab tomorrow morning, this will still be on and idling. That means it has worked, the update works, and everything is good. So as you can see, the FridgeGuard is on right now. We're going to start this time lapse. Boom, there you go. And it is Wednesday, July 15th at 3:04. We'll come back July 16th in the morning and we'll see if this thing is even still on. Okay, so I'm just about to go home right now. As you can see, it's been running for an hour and 56 minutes. It is still on. Click this button. It's still on. It's at 83%. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to be on when we get back in the morning. So it is bright and early here at the lab and I just arrived, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna check on this Jackery. Hopefully it's still on, so let's check it out. Okay, we've been running for 16 hours and 58 minutes. And the Jackery, it's still on. Nice, and it only went down 20% from when we started the test. That is pretty good. So the fact that this now stays on past that 4-hour interval is perfect because you don't have to worry about it just shutting off, and you can use it for so many more power station applications like a sump pump, taking it camping, content creation. Basically anything that you can use that Bluetti for, you can now use the Jackery for. So this is great. So I think now one of the best use cases for the Jackery FridgeGuard is actually a sump pump. Because it's so small and really thin, you can kind of put it up on the wall if you want to. It comes with brackets so you can hide it up and out of the way. But this is good if you have a finished basement and you don't want it to get flooded. If the power goes out regularly near you and you have like a rainstorm or something like that and you want to move all of that water, basically keep your sump pump on, it's going to work during an outage so you don't have to worry about your basement becoming a pool. Another thing that's great about the Jackery and how slim and small it is it fits in places other big bulky power stations won't. So for example, we have this 2018 Silverado, pretty freaking cool. But as you can see, the Jackery is just sitting here underneath the seat. You throw down the seat
boom, it's not there. You totally forget about it. I don't know if this is a commercial for the truck or a review about the Jackery, but all I know is that it fits in there pretty well.
At the lab, we probably spend 75% of our time on a computer, whether it's editing a video, scripting a video, or just researching for the video. And if we lost all of that information, we would literally lose hours and hours of work. So we use something called a power station, and it has built-in UPS to it. So basically what that means for you is your wall plug goes into the power station, all of the stuff you want to power goes into the power station, and it acts as a middleman so you never lose your power. That's basically exactly what this Jackery can do for you. It's super slim, it can literally fit in the corner right there, and it can keep your desktop running if you ever lose grid power. And that's great because you won't lose all your saved files and all that hard work you put into creating videos, or in your case, doing work or whatever the heck you do. And then obviously you can use it for your fridge. Look how nice it fits up there. It matches the color of our fridge, but we have such a small spot, but we can still fit in there, no problem. You can even probably fit the expansion battery up there too. So pretty sweet. So I am very happy that Jackery has done this update, and it truly changes my opinion on the whole FridgeGuard. Do I think it's better than the Bluetti? No, honestly I don't. But at the same time, for $150 less, it still could be really good. Like, it doesn't have as big of a battery, it doesn't have as big as an output. But if you're truly using it for your fridge, you don't need to use it as a UPS. And that's one thing we said about the Bluetti. We're like, oh, because it has a big battery and a bigger inverter, you can use it for other things more reliably. And that is literally the only thing that we think that the Bluetti is better for. So if you truly need a fridge backup, this is where it's at. And thank you to Jackery for watching our video and making a change, because at the end of the day, we are just consumers just like you guys. We're just people who ended up buying these products, filmed a video, and posted it online. You would have had that same problem, so I'm glad that they listened, they watched, they heard, and now they changed it. Kudos to Jackery for changing that and fixing it for the consumer. I wish more brands would watch our videos and change their stuff. That would be great. And if they do, let us know, because that's pretty cool. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want a link to this Jackery Fridge Guard, it will be in the description, as well as any discount codes that we can get from Jackery to save you guys some money. With that being said, peace out and stay charged.